What's up, everybody? It's April, or your Florida Realtor, and today I'm going to be doing an update on Solana Bay by Akel Homes in Palm Beach Gardens, so stick around. So recently I have had several people in town. It's the holiday season, it's December, and it's starting to get really beautiful in South Florida. We've had a really nice winter compared to a lot of winters where it's just hot all the time with no relief. It started early actually. In October, it really started cooling off. November, we had some cold snaps, and although it wasn't cold or cool on Christmas, it's definitely, we're getting some cold snaps, which that's all you can wish for if you like the cooler weather, which I do. Also lots of sun, and we've had a lot of rain. But anyways, getting back to new construction options, I've had a lot of people in town, and so have gone to a lot of new construction sites just back to back in the last 10 days. Solana Bay was one of them. I hadn't been there in a little bit and wanted to give you some updates. So first and foremost, Solana Bay is located in Avenir, which is also in Palm Beach Gardens. Palm Beach Gardens is a really beautiful city. It's one of, I think, the prettiest, and it's very manicured. Palm Beach Gardens is right next to Jupiter, and Jupiter's gorgeous, just natural beauty in Jupiter. Different though, because Palm Beach Gardens is kind of manicured, where it's manufactured beautifully because of the landscaping and, you know, newer developments as opposed to like the Boca Ratones of the world. Boca Raton is also very beautiful and very manicured, but it's just different. And if you've been here, you know what I mean. But Palm Beach Gardens is just a really pretty area to live in. Most people that do drive through Palm Beach Gardens, they go, wow, you know, I really like that area. And of course, it is on the pricier side, because anything that is that pretty, that manicured, there's going to be a lot of attraction to the area. And of course, the demand is going to be there, which drives prices up. So the newest of the developments is Avenir. It's a really big development. There are several different developers that are in Avenir, and Akel Homes is one of them. And Akel Homes is a local builder. We'll get more into that in just a minute. Now, one thing, I'm going to try to go through a few of the goods and a few of the not so greats about Avenir or Akel or Solana Bay. And one of the things is I'm going to go right here to the map and show you where it's located. So I've mentioned before in almost all of my videos where new construction, it's out west. We have a lack of land to build on. This is the same that's true in Palm Beach Gardens. So Solana Bay at Avenir is located off of North Lake Boulevard. You look at the map here, you have to drive through like a undeveloped, there's bushes on each side of the road, foliage that is naturally growing, but it doesn't look really pretty. So it's kind of like you're driving and driving, you know, to get there, but there isn't really anything nice or even just developed on the way, which is a little odd. It's a little different. Once you get there, it's beautiful. They've done a beautifully landscaped and built a nice entranceway. It looks brand new, and it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous. And like I said, there's several different builders there, and there's a brand new clubhouse that, you know, it's gorgeous, has a great pool area, lots of nice amenities. It's just the drive out there. So that's one thing to consider when we do go to some other new construction areas. You can see that, oh, okay, this is a big difference. And that would be one thing that I continually hear as far as Avenir. Now, with all that being said, I think Avenir is great. You're going to get a good price for your purchase. Of course, location has something to do with that. If that development was in a more developed area, then the price points would be much higher. Something to think about, but also a good opportunity to get a better priced home. Because if you go east and you buy a resale, it's going to be much older. Of course, you always have to consider what you'll have to do as far as maintenance to the home, renovations to bring it up to 2023 standards, aesthetics, everything. There will be about 118 homes in Solana Bay when it's completed. They have been selling for, I think she said about 3 months, but I would say it's probably at least 3.5 months, going on 4 months, and they're 30% sold out right now. They're selling pretty quickly, honestly. That's in 3 months time. I think that's pretty good. Now, one thing I have noticed about Akel Homes, they have a little bit larger home sites than some of the other new construction builders, and that's really nice. It's standard. So they have, I think, a couple different collections where one collection has 50 by 130 size lots, and the other collection section is 50 by 140 size lots. So even walking through the models, which those are on standard lots, you'll see that there's more space in between the homes. That's a complaint I hear a lot about, is there's not a lot of space in between the homes. And then we also have home builders that build zero lot lines. And zero lot lines, you only have yard on one side of your home and in the back, obviously, but the other side you don't have access to because that's your neighbor's side yard. And that's called a zero lot line. Some people aren't familiar with it when I work with them coming from other states, and some people are. And of course, those homes are going to be lesser price homes. You're going to get a better price because you're not getting as many upgrades, which would be a larger lot. And then the couple that I was just recently working with, they were like, oh, you know, we really would like a much larger lot because we come from, I don't think they're coming from like an acre lot or what have you up in the Northeast. And I said, well, you know, we can look at those, but they're going to be much more expensive. So you really just have to decide and come and see how the living is here. That's also hugely determined with what your price point is, right? What are the options that you are going to be able to afford? So all those things make a difference. And of course, I have done a much longer video, so please, I will link it right about here. Make sure you watch that video. It's much longer. It gives you all of the little details. This is just kind of like an update. Are you enjoying this video and the information that I'm bringing you? Well, do me a favor and drop a comment, give me a like and a subscribe. That helps my algorithm on YouTube to push this information out to more people just like you. Now let's get back to Solana Bay. Now, the monthly fees in Solana Bay are $258 a month, and then you also have to pay an annual Master Association fee to Avenir at $15. And there is a CDD fee, which is an assessment fee that pays for the infrastructure and the amenities at Solana Bay, and that the total assessments for the year, and that goes through your tax bill, is $5,057.94. So that's an annual fee. So that's definitely something you want to take into account. Property taxes at Solana Bay, pretty much like any other new construction in the area, you should account for about 1.8% of the purchase price if you are going to be living there full-time as your primary residence. So you will get a homestead exemption, and so you should be at about 1.8% of the purchase price. If not, then you need to be calculating about 2.1% for non-homestead exemption purchases. Now, there's a couple other things I want to go through. They are building homes at Solana Bay. Their base price home package, and I can get you all the details, starts at about $85,000. If you want to upgrade things like that, you'd have to go through the pool builder. Of course, all standard pools will fit on pretty much any lot, so you can add a pool if that's something that you want to do. Also, my clients were wondering if they could rent the home because they're going to purchase and then they're probably not going to move down here full time for maybe a few years. And you can rent the home. You can only do like an annual rent. You can't do short-term rental or vacation rental, things like that. You can also not rent just a portion of it. You have to rent the entire home. You can't rent like a room because that's a lot of just in and out. The association tries to have rules to respect the other homeowners in the area. So in order to go into contract at Solana Bay, you will sign a purchase agreement. A 10% deposit is required of the base price of the home and the lot when signing the purchase agreement. So you definitely need that 10% in order to go into contract. They do have several lots available. They build in sequence. So they try to open up each section at a time, and they sell out that section. If they're almost all the way sold out and they're ready to open another section, but they haven't sold all of those lots, then they will build spec homes. And the reason why they do that, which I think is a pretty great reason, is because they don't want you to move into your house and then have construction going on forever and always for the next year or 2 years or what have you in your little development. So they do try to go section by section. They do try to control it so that it allows the actual new homeowners to move in, not have to worry about construction going on around them, have all of the dust, debris, also all the workers with their trucks and things like that in the roads. I think that was a great idea from the builders and a nice sequence of events as far as construction goes. So let me know how you like this video. Drop a comment, give me a like and a thumbs up. It helps my algorithm and it helps me push this information out to more buyers looking to relocate to Florida just like you. And until next video, I'll catch you later. Hold on. That's also hugely developed. No. Almost, you know what? Forget all that.